Derek, how are you feeling about this game here? To get a victory against the FCS opponent.
I feel good. We won. We got the first win as a starting quarterback. You know, to get it in Bulldog Stadium was kind of nice. You know, you wish you could have the first two, but for it to be in Bulldog Stadium is fitting.
Did you know, how long did you know that you were going to go deep on the first play? Was that something that you guys knew you were going to do all week, or was that something you found out right in the huddle before the play?
No. We usually know ahead of time what we're thinking about starting with, and then once the game gets there, you know that's when it's really made final. And you know, I was so pumped. I've never done that before. I've never thrown a touchdown on the first play of a game before like that, like a deep ball. You know, we've tried many a times in high school, but that was cool to do it in a Division I game.
What was it?
Can you throw a ball further than you threw that second pass? I think it was about 57 yards in the air.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think I threw one. I threw it 76 or 77 in Idaho one time.
What was it about the defense, or did you see something in the defense, or was it just the direction you were to go, hitting up Saunders that first play?
No, I don't. Yeah, I'm not going to go into a play just saying, you know, I'm throwing this to you, Jalen. You know, you got to read them out. And you know, the way they played, they rocked down, and I had to hold that safety with my eyes so he couldn't get over the top of Jalen. And you know, the backs did a great job stepping up, you know, taking that pressure they were trying to bring at us, and you know, Jalen beat his guy.
Did Jalen have a good feel that you were going to him? You give him a look?
Oh, of course. You know, before the play starts, you know, after watching film, you know kind of what they're going to do. And so I came over to Jalen while the kickoff was happening. We knew we were getting the ball. I said, "Are you ready?" He looked at me and shook his head. I was like, "All right, let's get it." And then after that, I ran down there and tackled him. Hit him pretty good too.
Did he give any grief on the first touchdown because he had to slow down and come back and get it? You know, wonder if he had more arm than that.
Oh gosh, no comment.
You guys started off so strong, and then you have to, you know, grind out this victory. You're surprised at how it ended up?
I mean, there's always going to be stuff when we turn the film on to correct, little things too. That's when it gets frustrating, is when you turn the film on and you see little things that we do every day, and those are the mistakes you make in a game. You know, we'll just limit those. If we can limit those, you know, our guys, we can play with anybody. I mean, you know, our offense, I'm so proud of him, man. Robbie is a workhorse. You know, he opens up everything for me, like he did last week. And then this week, I opened it up for him. You know, he hit 2 big deep balls that softened him up. And, you know, Robbie was able to, you know, he took some hits out there. You know, I got the best seat in the house. He takes some shots, you know, by guys that aren't touched for 20 yards that hit him. He pops right back up and he's ready to block for me the next play. And he's special for that.
Any particular feeling to come down the ramp as a starter here for the first time, and just overall your experience making your first start at Bulldogs game?
It was awesome, man. It's everything I dreamed of. It's everything I wish it could have been. You know, it's everything I, you know, thought of the night before. It was great. You know, to come out and throw 2 big, here an 86-yarder and a 52-yard touchdown. You know, my first couple plays of the game, and to get a win in my first start, you know, in my favorite stadium, you know, that was pretty nice.
Eric, after you hit the 2 big ones, did they do something to take that away from you afterwards?
No, not really. I mean, they were trying. Once they saw Jalen come in, you know, at Z, you know, their corners were turning and running. That's why we came out and just threw a little hitch, you know, because he was trying to get away from Jalen. You know, we tried to hit the deep ball again, going back at the ramp. And that guy, I mean, he turned and he took off. I mean, he was, whatever he could, he's not going to get beat deep. And Jalen still almost made the play, you know. Jalen is scary fast, and they didn't really present any problems after that.
What kind of led to the disruption in the second half there?
I mean, I don't even know if I'd call it disruption. We started running the ball really good. You know, we just, you know, we only had 52 plays, you know. So that's not compared to our 81 last week. And so I wouldn't really call it a disruption. You know, Robbie took over. That's basically what happened.
Anything else, Derek?